Hi, I'm Stephanie B. I am currently attending Liberty University where I'm enrolled in Human Service Class 508, which is Interpersonal Communications. The following project has been developed over the past 8 weeks I have been attending this class. The first book is How to Solve the People Puzzle, Understanding Personality Problems by Mels Carbonell. Why Don't We Listen Better? Communicating and Connecting in Relationships by James C. Petersen. Listening, The Forgotten Tool, a self-teaching guide by Madelyn Burley-Allen. The primary text that was utilized for Human Service 508, Interpersonal Communications, was The Bridge Is Not Walls. This is a book about interpersonal communication by Stewart. The overarching goals for my life is to achieve effective interpersonal communication skills. Within those skills, I need to improve my listening. I have a desire to create groups to help promote listening, to help promote the quality of life, healthy development, and effective communication skills. Chapter 1 of Burley-Allen states that communication is 40% listening, 35% talking, 16% reading, and 9% writing. With listening being 40% in the 40 percentile, we must begin to improve our listening skills. Listening is taking information from the speaker, others, and ourselves while remaining non-judgmental and empathetic. Acknowledging the talker in a way that invites to communication, to continue providing limited but encouraging input to the talker's response, carrying the person's ideas one step forward. Listening is an active process, and true listening builds trust, teamwork, and a sense of belonging to a group. Effective listening helps talkers reduce their emotional level so they can think a problem through. Listening with understanding and remaining objective helps to stay calm. There are 3 levels of listening. The first level is empathetic listening. You refrain from judging the talker and place themselves in others' positions. Level 2, hearing words but not listening, simply staying on the surface of communication, but you do not understand the deeper meanings. Listening in spurts, tuning in and out and paying attention to oneself and not really the conversation. Behavioral blend can be defined as one's blended personality according to the DISC model, which was created by Mels Carbonell. Each person possesses a trait or traits from each of the DISC letters, the D, the I, the S, and the C model. Some people draw more from one area of the DISC model than the other. According to the Uniquely You assessment and Carbonell's text, I have an I personality type. This personality type goes by the expression, "This is expected of me." Many I types are influencing, interacting, and interesting people, as well as very impressing. When it comes to interpersonal communications, I believe that I seek to inspire people to become a better them. Oftentimes, I'm the person who tends to wear their heart on their sleeves, who's always there to help and assist in any way, shape, or form. I often tend to be a little bit more positive than those around me because I know that there is a light on the other side of the tunnel. According to the chart, I'm one to talk my way out of situations in order to have peace. I also want people to come to me without feeling pressured. First and foremost, I must say that Carbonell's book was a good read. Secondly, I am glad that I was able to take the assessment on uniquelyu.com. I believe that understanding my personal behavioral blend can help me in a multitude of ways. When a person has knowledge of self, they can then begin to help others because they are aware of their strengths and they are also aware of their weaknesses. I also believe that if you have an understanding of other personality types, you will be able to work better with others upon identifying their specific personality type. When defining and enlarging the conversation, it is simply improving the quality of communication, which results in improving the quality of life. Communication can be defined in multiple ways. However, the process is sender, message, receiver, feedback. This can be verbal or nonverbal communication. It can be internal and it can be external. I believe that once a person knows their strengths as well as the weaknesses of their personality type, they can begin to eliminate and strengthen negative or weak personality traits. Noise pollution is unwanted human-created sound that has the effect of being annoying or distracting. It can be bothersome or just, I guess, irritating. All of those are in the same category. There are two types of noise pollution. The first type is external and the second type is internal. External noise pollution can be horns, trains, people, conversation, any sounds that you can actually hear outside of your mind. Internal pollution are your thoughts, your plans for later, different whatever is going on in your life. You could be thinking about yourself. You can also be thinking about opinions that you have in regards to what the speaker is saying. Those are all forms of noise pollution. In order to decrease the amount of noise pollution that's present, you have to put your speaker first. Whoever the speaker is, you have to put them first. Sometimes you have to take notes, place talker's needs ahead of yours. Sometimes you may even have to close doors, close windows, or even stand close to the talker, close within reason. These are all ways to help eliminate noise pollution. It is not easy attempting to achieve effective communication skills. It's not easy creating groups to help promote effective listening skills. It's not easy helping to improve the quality of life of those around you. But my goal here today is to take a stand to truly let people know that listening and communication and developing effective interpersonal skills, interpersonal communication skills are key in success. We can truly move mountains if we have the ability to communicate effectively, and it all starts by listening. These books truly help. It reveals information to you that you did not know about yourself, like the people puzzle. It describes the DISC model, your strengths, your uniqueness, overuses, abuses, your guards against warnings, relating styles. If you're active, task-oriented, this book links you to the Uniquely You website that helps you to understand who you are as a person. And upon your completion of this text and understanding other personality types, you can either pass this book on or let someone else know about it. The Bridge is Not Walls. Another great tool that you can use. Just reading this book, it talks about verbal communication, touch. It has journal articles from different authors, and it helps you to understand communication, different events that affects the communication, listening, how people respond in different situations, the act of being, seeming, assuming, the making of a social incompetent, nonverbal clues. This book, The Bridge Is Not Walls, is a bridge. We want to tear down the walls of ineffective communication and build a bridge so that we can cross it. And listening, The Forgotten Tool by Madelyn Burley-Allen. This is a self-teaching help book. My goal to help with, in order to effectively help people to communicate, I must give you this information. I must give you these resources so that you can effectively use these texts to improve your skills. And once you're done reading, pass it on. And if you want to, just your small group. Like, I work in small groups. If you have a group of friends, one day you all are just hanging out, take one of these books out. A self-teaching guide. It talks about the importance of listening to nonverbals. So many things are not verbalized. It's nonverbals. Whether it's the way someone's head is down, their eyes are closed. These are all tools that can help break the barriers, tear down the walls, and build the bridge. Because communication, listening is an important tool. And this book, Why Don't We Listen Better? There is a card. This is called a talker listener card. You can set it. In this book, it has a small one and a large one. The talker listener card states, I'm calm enough to hear. I don't own the problem. So when you're being the listener, your goal is to understand that you are truly, you all may not be able to see this, but your goal is to understand that I'm calm enough to hear what the talker is saying. And your goals during that time to understand and to clarify without, mind you, without agreeing, advising, disagreeing, or defending. Your job as the listener is to be the listener. You're to be a soundboard, understanding and taking in everything that the speaker is saying. And when you are the talker, you must understand that they say that I am most bothered and I own the problem. Right now, I'm talking. Right now, I own the problem. And my problem right now is that I want each and every one of you to be an effective communicator. I'm sharing my feelings right now, and I am sharing my thoughts without accusing anybody, without labeling, attacking, or judging. Dr. James C. Petersen created this talker listener card. Both sides of the card states your goals without doing. So right now, I'm not accusing anybody of not being an effective listener, but I want to present you guys with the proper tools to become effective listeners. And through my interpersonal communication class, 508 at Liberty University, it has prepared me to become a better listener and an effective communicator. Of course, there is room for improvement, but I will say that Interpersonal Communications 508 at Liberty University is a great course.